In this video, I'll be going over the calibration window, the different functions within this window, and the information presented after the calibration test, and the relevant settings under the Profile Settings button. Before we jump into the actual calibration process, I'll take some time to explain the settings that are relevant for calibration. These will be number of training clicks and mouse type. Generally, you won't need to worry about changing the number of training clicks, which is currently set to 5. What this means is the neural nexus software will ask you to perform 5 left clicks and 5 right clicks in order to capture the neural data that appears when you click. You shouldn't have to change this number, so we can leave that one alone. Second relevant setting is mouse type. I recommend, regardless whether you only really use the left click and right click, or you use the additional thumb buttons on your mouse, I recommend starting just with 2 buttons. What this means is that the calibration process will only ask you to perform left clicks and right clicks. We have found generally this to be easier for users who are new to using Impulse. If through using Impulse, you find that you want to use the thumb switches on your mouse, but when you use them, you get false positives, which basically means that Impulse thinks you're doing a left click or a right click when you're really just moving your thumb. You can do multi-button training and calibration process and try to improve the performance. If you select multi-button, the Impulse software will ask you to perform clicks with one of your thumb switches during the calibration process. Although the current version of Impulse cannot differentiate between the different thumb switches on your mouse, therefore won't use the neural data to predict thumb clicks, it will use this data to understand what isn't a left click or a right click. However, I still recommend starting with 2 buttons in the short term as you're learning to use Impulse. So training clicks and mouse type are the only relevant settings you'll need for calibration. You can hit save. During the calibration process, as I mentioned before, you'll be asked to perform different clicks. When you see a button pop up on the screen, an arrow will be pointing to the left click or the right click. You'll want to move your mouse over to it and perform the click. You don't need to move fast. Speed doesn't matter. You don't need to perform over-exaggerated clicks. Just do fast, snapping clicks. To confirm that you're getting neural signals when you click, please use the Setup tab to verify visually that spikes are showing up for left click on this first channel when you click, as you're seeing from my data here. I do these fast clicks. For right click, you'll see the same. Small spikes on this channel for me show up right before the click. If you're seeing that, then you're clicking in a way that allows Impulse to recognize the neural data.